Hi, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Legal Latino Heat here. Democrats, even if you were not going to vote, right? Let's say you were a person that was not going to vote or is not into politics or just seeing it from the outside, you don't care about left or right, doesn't matter. Democrats are not likable. They are not likable. Amy Klobuchar, right? You hear she talks like she's nervous, like I am Amy Klobuchar, like she's scared to be there. And and you're elected. Who elects these people? Nancy Pelosi. Like, oh my! Who elects these people? Come, like I understand AOC. She's crazy. She's all out crazy. AOC all out crazy. But I mean, she has a pretty face. Whatever. She's stupid, crazy. Yeah, she's entertaining. But she's yeah. I understand. I can say I understand. You know. But then you have these other ones, the one with the crazy hat, Pelosi, like a new wave, like young, oh, we're taking over the youth, whatever. There's a reason, young, whatever. But these older ones, like they make no sense. Pelosi's holding back. I kind of want those $1,000. I really not. I don't really need it, but it will really help me out in a goal that I'm trying to accomplish. There's people that actually need that. And they've been fighting this since when? Since we got the first one back in April, and it's almost November. It's almost Christmas. The year's almost over. We still haven't gotten that stimulus check, right? You only got the first one. Hopefully, we get it a week before the election so people can know, and then they will know who to vote for. And then I'm hearing there's gonna be an insurrection. No matter who wins, on election day, there's gonna be chaos, gonna be riot, there's gonna be overthrow of the government, man. All this crazy stuff is gonna happen on election day. Like, when did politics take over lives? I missed the day was nobody cared about politics. It didn't matter who was president. Bill Clinton was getting a blowjob and nobody cared. It was like, whatever, it is what it is. 90s. Nobody cared in the 90s. 37 million people were watching Jordan beat the Utah Jazz in 1998. People were watching Apollo 13 in the movie theaters. People were watching Titanic 18 times. I'm not saying that's me, but people were out there doing things in the 90s and nobody gave a damn about politics. I could never name you any politician. Today I can name you like 300 of them because that's all you hear in the news and sports now. Everything sucks now. Movie sucks. Movie theaters are gone. I'm sorry. I grew up with movie. I used to love them because man, back in the '90s, I kind of missed the '90s when the only way to see a movie was go to a movie theater and then wait 10 months for it to come out on VHS. You don't appreciate it. Now you got Netflix with like 1,000 movies, and it takes you like 3 hours just to find a movie. And by the time you start watching it, you fall asleep. This sucks now. Everything is streamed. The series are what's that shit called? Binge. Oh, let's binge watch it. Rah! You know, as a person that's trying to lose weight, binging is not good. So you sit down there and watch all the shows. I miss waiting a week to watch a show, and I didn't have TiVo, so I had to sit my ass there and watch it at 8 o'clock in the night, 9 o'clock at night. I was on the phone. I got to get off the phone. I got to be home at this time because I want to watch this show. Now there's nothing to watch on TV. The only thing I've been excited about the whole year was the South Park pandemic special a couple of weeks ago. Other than that, there's nothing on TV. Sports sucks. I only watch the Yankees because I'm a Yankee fan. Excuse me. Other than that, there's nothing on TV. Sports sucks. The NBA. Who won the championship? The Lakers. Who cares? Does it pay my bills? No. Does it fix your life? No. Who cares? They put their political statement on across the basketball court. That's disgusting. I remember the '90s when Jordan was just winning championships. I went on this binge watching on YouTube of stuff from the 90s, the Chicago Bulls versus the Knicks. Man, those games were crazy. That was basketball. Now everything is three pointers. You fouled me. You touched me. You fell. A flop. Back then was just everything was just awesome. Baseball. I don't care if it was the steroid era, the McGuire and Sosa home run chase in 1998. That was amazing. Watching a St. Louis games at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Channel 5 because you had to watch the home runs. Now there's nothing to watch. All people watch is CNN and Fox News. That's all people watch now. Oh, they're political, but who you voting for? I hate that fucking question. Stop asking me that. Everybody asks that question now. Everybody's aligned by political beliefs. What happened to church? What happened to God? What happened to this sports team? Oh, you support Trump and you're a Yankee. Oh, the Yankees must be ashamed of you for supporting Trump. Like, what? That's where we have come now. Politics have taken over lives, everything. Work. Everywhere you go is all politics now. When did this happen? When? Is it Twitter? Twitter's another annoying thing. I just look. Sometimes I'm tempted to respond, but the stuff that people say, geez, wow. Talk about voicing your opinion. I think back in the days, you would send a letter to somebody, and then somebody would probably read it or not. Now just people just tweet stuff out, or you would call into a radio show back in the days to get your thoughts out, or overnights, and you would say your crazy thoughts. But now people just put it on Twitter. It's crazy, and whatever Twitter says, Twitter is right. That's the way it works. Social media. That social media is nothing but a social experiment. This has been going on for years. Like I seen it. Like Facebook will control your emotions. The stuff that they put out, they control your emotions, your way of thinking. Like if you wake up listening to the news, you're gonna wake up angry, mad. Oh, you watch CNN, they piss you off about Trump. I remember Fox News. I used to watch it when Obama was president because they always talk bad about Obama. So I would watch Fox News because they would just bash Obama all day, and I'm like, oh yeah, that feels yeah. So I see on the other side they do CNN. But there are people that watch CNN 24/7. Yes, there are. Don't be delusional. There's people that worship CNN, just like there's people that worship Fox News. So there's always both on both sides. Just like there's radicals on both. Both are. There's good people and there's bad people on both sides. Always. There's always. But when it comes into general people, they hate you. But you know what? I gotta give them about this. They straight up they tell you the truth with a smile. That sounds so good. Yes, free healthcare for all, but we're gonna tax the rich. They tell you what they're gonna do, and they do it. So when they try to tax the rich are gonna leave. They take their bank somewhere else. They got money. The poor people are the ones that suffer. You start raising taxes, hey, guess what? I got money. I could move out. I could get a place somewhere else. And that's what rich people do. Less taxes. They take the business somewhere else. And the people that are stuck in the middle class, you get stuck in the middle class. It becomes you get paid every week, twice a week, every twice a month, first of the month, third of the month, 15th of the month. And you just become conditioned to that. Now, with social media, it's a social experiment. They control the way you're feeling. Now, people are getting fired for making a post. Like you can't even express your feelings, your thoughts anymore. Everything has a consequence now. So be careful what you post. Like the people that were tweeting that thing about the Hunter Biden emails and leaks. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know about it because it wasn't like shared. The news didn't talk about. I do listen to the news, and they don't talk about it. Because I like to see, I like to watch to see what the hell they're talking about. I want to see the temperature, right? I want to see the weather. People still tune into the news to see what's the weather gonna be like. I know there's an app. I understand that you could. I use the app. But something, hey, let me see sports. Who's winning? What are the standings? I know you can Google it, but sometimes you just want to turn something on where you're getting dressed, where you do something. You just want to get informed. I like the radio. I like to see who's winning. Oh, okay, Tampa Bay. Listen, I'm not watching any sports, but I know what's going on. Like I know who won the championship. Like I just listen to it. I'm not gonna waste 2 hours of my life watching it. Just don't close yourself out. Yes, the NBA is BLM now. I understand, but I still looked at it. I watched some YouTube videos. I didn't sit there and watch the games because it's an eyesore. The jerseys, Jesus, the jerseys, the court. LeBron is not likable. I never liked LeBron. Never, ever. Even since he got drafted back in 2003, I never liked him. Never. Yes, he's a great athlete. Don't get me. But there was just something about him that I never liked, and now I see it. Like the older you get, the more you know. I had that hunch. He's the same age. He's only like 1 year older than me. Yeah, I remember now. He's 1 year older than me. That's why I didn't like him. Coming. Look at this guy, the same age as me, but of course he's more successful. He's like like a billion times more successful than me. Don't get. I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying I never liked him from the beginning. I did like him one time when I thought he was going to go to the Chicago Bulls back in 2008. I did like him for a week. I was like, all right, LeBron, I'll forgive you. I'm sorry. And then he went to the Miami Heat. Or 2009. Then he went to the Miami Heat. I remember that day. I was in Virginia Beach at a bar. It was in the summer in July. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was just sitting there at a bar with my friends in Virginia Beach. I was like, we were camping, and I said, hey, can we just go to Virginia Beach? It was a Thursday, I think it was. Can we just go to Virginia Beach? I just want to go to a bar. I really want to watch the announcement. What was it called? The announcement or the whatever. And I remember that. I just stuck my middle finger. I hate you, LeBron. You broke my heart again, you piece of garbage. Ever since I never liked LeBron, I went to Miami. They won championship. I never liked them. And then he comes out with all this political stuff like, yo, you shut up. The Hillary Clinton back in the days. I'm like, you shut up. You're just ruining. So when Michael Jordan played, people loved him, people hated him. I used to be a Knicks fan, but then Jordan just kept winning. I jumped on the Jordan bandwagon in '95. It was '94 he came back because he broke the Knicks heart in '93. The Knicks were winning in '94. Then '94 they lost to the Rockets, and I was like, I can't be a Knicks fan. I was young. I was like, my heart can't be broken. And politics has ruined that. Even that, the NBA, 38, 36, 37, 38 million people watch Jordan play that final game against Utah. And I think only 5 million watch LeBron on Sunday. So everything, everything is just being destroyed. Movies, sports. There's no Disneyland in California. I'm blessed that I was able to visit that place and the one in Florida. But there is no more. They had to lay off 28,000 people. No more movie theaters, no more Disneyland. What's going on? Now people walk around with masks. It's like being submissive, like you're being chained, like you're being silenced. Yeah, I know. Call me a conspiracy, but you really gotta look into that, right? Like it's normal not wearing a mask. Like they did that where in China and Korea, like because there's no freedom of speech in those countries, right? I'm just saying. Listen, I'm speaking the top of my dome. I am not a historian. I'm not a scholar. I'm not by all means that. I'm just talking from the top of my dome. But for what I see, you got to use your common sense for what you see. And I have a mask on, and I can't speak. It feels like I'm being restricted. It feels like I'm being silenced. Is that normal? Oh no, it's the new normal. It's not normal. It's the new normal. Remember in the beginning of the pandemic, all those commercials with the nice little piano songs. The we're here together. We're here. We're in this together. And then came the same commercials. They just twisted it with Black Lives Matter. We're all in equality together. Black Lives Matter. And now everybody's devoting one. This is the most important time of the year. Time to vote. Every commercial is the same. You got to see the patterns. You got to use your eyes. You got to use your mind. Use your common sense. Just don't be biased. I've said this crazy about Trump. I'm not, but I'm still going to go vote. I'm going to vote. I didn't say for who, but I'm going to vote. And by me saying that, I'm going to say this also. The Democrats are not likable. They're not. They just, even by looking at them, by not being into politics, you got to just look at them. You know why people are going to vote for Biden? Because they don't like Trump. That's their hatred. They don't care who it is. There's songs out there say, we're going to settle for Joe. They're settling. Who settles? That's what they're saying. We're here settling for Joe. We'll settle for Joe. They're settling like whatever. We got no choice. That's what's going on. So the everybody just built this hatred for Trump. Of course, I'm trying. Trump doesn't help himself with his tweets, but that's besides. That's him. You can't stop him. That's him. Whatever. You can tell him to stop, but he's not gonna stop. You got to keep it real, ladies and gentlemen. We just can't say, "Oh yeah, Trump is the best." Oh, he cannot do wrong. Yes, he has done wrong. Yes, he still hasn't done the main things he said he was gonna promise. That he used to chant all the time at the rallies. But that's for another video. That's for another day. Let's just stay to the track. Democrats are not likable. That Amy Klobuchar lady really makes me nervous the way she speaks. And then you got ABC. What's her name? Coney. I don't even know that lady's name. ACB. ACB, right? Amy Coney Barron. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry, folks. I apologize. But I watched her question her, and the judge, she's likable. I could tell off the bat. Beautiful for her age, beautiful lady, right? She doesn't look like Pelosi, like Pelosi looks mean, like ugh. Like I'm on it. AOC looks nice, but then she has those crazy eyes. So you got. I'm being straight up, all right. Let's just say, I'm being straight up. Just comment. I'm just a middle of the road guy. Amy Coney Barrett. Thank you. ACB. I knew it was like something with the ABC. So they're not likable. She's not likable. The other's Feinstein. Like all these creatures are Schumer, Feinstein. I remember Harry Reid. These gremlins. Harry Reid looks like Fauci. I thought Fauci was Harry Reid. I'm like, did he change his name? Like they're all gremlins. They all. Who are these people? How do they manage to stay there for so long? And how do these public servants become millionaires? How? Actually, so how, right? How? Do you know what? Maybe I should have became a public servant, right? Work for the people. So I would have had a nice mansion in California on the hills, away from the district, right? That would have been nice. Or in New York, where you could live away from the people, and it's crazy, right, ladies and gentlemen? I always know the senators, they don't work in their districts. My girlfriend's mom worships all the damn swamp women. It's sad she can't afford her mortgage and still vote. She can't afford her mortgage, still votes them in. When you side with the devil, you get what you get. Yeah, man, it's. But that's what like these people are. Their argument is always abortion, killing babies. That's their argument. Whenever, I want my rights. What, to kill a baby? That's all you got. That's the argument. Oh, my abortions, killing babies is where politics. Oh, I'm not voting Republicans because I can't have abortion. Baby, you don't have to worry abortion because most of these women on the left, nobody wants to get you pregnant. Maybe somebody from BLM might want to get these leftist women pregnant, but who in the right mind, any right guy with their own business would not want to get a leftist woman pregnant? That's the last thing you ever want to do. Because just like the government, they're going to take your money away. They're going to take your soul, just like the government, because they want the equality, but they don't want to work. So that's where they draw the always abortion. The same thing with ACB. I'm like, they talk for I think Monday or Tuesday. That's all I heard. ABC. What was it? Amy Klobuchar. Oh, yeah, that was the question. Abortions, and then the other Chinese. All these women. That case. I never understood why. I'll be honest with you, ladies and more. I was in 1993. I don't know. I don't know too much. I'm probably should Google it, but I'm just being straight up. I like to talk from the dome of my head, ladies and gentlemen. So from the top of my head, folks. I'm just going on. Most of the politicals that support abortion wouldn't even get one. Is reserved for the poor. Yeah, like T. Tegan. Like they took pictures of their miscarriage. Like it was celebrated. Like that's very nasty. Like you're putting Instagram posts for sympathies and like why are you putting your miscarriage out there with a professional photographer, right? All right, who else? It wasn't a selfie. because John Legend was holding Chrissy Teigen, and Chrissy Teigen was crying, and you could see the pictures have emotions, and a picture tells 1,000 words kind of pictures, like yeah, it was like they took like 1,000 pictures and hey, let's select these three out of 1,000. Like a professional photographer was just taking pictures away. Which one is going to get the sympathy of the people? And there was a lot of backlash for that. And who in their right mind would do things like that, ladies and gentlemen? Who? 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 Folks, Democrats are not likable. I don't know how many times I've said it in the past 22 minutes, but they're not. Even if I tried. Listen, somebody like Yang, I'm just saying. Let's say a Democrat like Yang say, "Oh, I'll give you $1,000, everybody." Like they just gave us Trump just gave us $1,000 like nothing. The same thing that Yang said. So maybe Yang could do it. Hey, day one, I'll give you $1,000. You guys keep doing good, we'll give you another $1,000 to invest. To invest, but most of the time you'll give people money and they will do nothing with it. Like I honestly save that money. I I made it grow. I made it work, and it's helping me get to another goal that I'm trying to achieve. So, folks, I was listening to Tim's story. Right, he was talking about the pandemic. A lot of people lost their jobs. It's sad. Loved ones. I've lost loved ones. Um, yeah, the masks are depressing. Like all this stuff that's going on, it's like a setback. We all put in a setback, but you got to make a comeback. We all got to make a comeback. I'm calm. I'm doing what I got to do. So you don't see me going out to no rallies, doing none of that crazy stuff I did 4 years ago. That's been there, done that. Uh, I gotta focus on the future, ladies and gentlemen. And there's one thing, right? You cannot, you do not have power over things you cannot control. Can you really control politics? So why waste your time, energy, and power that you have on politics when you can't control it? This person is gonna get elected. Yes, vote. I'm not telling you not to vote. I'm just saying that's doing your please. That's power. The power that you got is to vote. That's your power to vote. But to waste time arguing with people, just it's not worth it. Focus on something else. From experience, to waste a lot of time arguing on Facebook. I used to do it back in 2010 when I voted for Obama in 2008, and then by 2010 I just turned heel on Obama because of the whole Obamacare thing. And and then I used to go on Facebook and argue. I'm like, yeah, I used to be a Democrat, and then the Democrats were attacking me. I'm like, geez, because you couldn't say anything wrong about Obama. There's no Obama did no wrong during those 8 years, in their eyes. Just like in now, you can't just be like, oh, Trump can't do no wrong. There's a lot of things Trump has done that I don't like. There's stuff that he's done that I like, but doesn't mean that I'm like, the hell with it. Huh? No, I'm not too enthusiastic. I'm not gonna go outside and wave a flag. Woo! I'm not gonna go out there and do that. This shit. I'm not motivated to do that. I am motivated to vote, and it's mostly because these Democrats are not likable. Like I don't want to see these idiots in Congress or Senate or on my TV anymore. Hate or love Trump. At least Trump creates jobs. If you hate Trump, you're making money for hating Trump. If you love Trump, you're making money for loving Trump. And if you don't care about Trump, you're still making money. Trump is the kind of boss that you're not supposed to like. But you know what? He's putting money in your pocket. You're working, you're making money. That's the whole point. Trump is a boss. I said this a long time ago. Even before he got elected, I said, listen, you're not supposed to like Trump. He's from New York. He's an asshole. He's he might be a piece of shit to some people, right? Piece of garbage. But whose boss is not a piece of garbage? But as long as that boss is putting money in your pocket, are you gonna complain? Maybe you come around like, you know what? He's not a piece of garbage like they said he is. Because sometimes you get a job, a brand new job, and they'll be like, man, Mister T is an asshole. Oh, he's a bad boss. Oh, and then and then you already go in with that attitude that your boss is bad. You're like, oh yeah, he is. Oh, because that's what people do now, right? Before you even meet somebody, they're already telling you, like in high school, right? Going back, I had an ex girlfriend that, and somebody would say bad things about her. Oh, don't date her. Don't date her. She did this. She did that. So they start putting all these bad things in your mind. Oh, she slept out. All these bad things, and then this was I was 14 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know better. I just oh, she's this, she's that. But then I got to know her, and I'm like, no, she's nothing. What the people to spread the rumors or whatever it is, it is. But I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. Other times too, but as you grow on, right, you get a job. Oh, that person over is a snitch. Be careful what you say around there. Remember, we always got a job. There's always somebody telling you, be careful. This person, this person. Oh, but your boss, your boss is bad as an asshole. No, but is your boss putting money in your pocket? Is everybody eating? Is everybody driving a nice car? Is everybody putting their kids to school? Is everybody paying their mortgage in time? As an asshole as your boss can be, as long as everybody's making money, everybody's happy. I think that was going on in the 90s. Nobody cared about Bill Clinton getting a blowjob or cheating on Hillary because nobody liked Hillary. So that's where like if Obama cheated on Michelle, Michael, whatever, people be like, "Oh, what an ass! How can you do that to our queen, Michelle?" But in the night, nobody cared about Hillary. Nobody cared about her back then. Nobody cares about her now. So that's why I think it happened in the 90s. Just Bill Clinton was liked. Everybody was just making money. Everybody was just partying. La 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 Macarena, Tickle Me Elmo. Everything was just awesome in the 90s. People were just like making movies, just crazy, ridiculous movies. Jurassic Parks, Titanic. People were just like, man, let's just make these crazy, outrageous movies that now they can't even make. Everything now is just remade, rehashed, reboots. And yeah, Harris will ruin this country. Even the debate, the vice presidential debate, I did not watch it. I only saw 5 minutes of it. You just look at Harris, the way she speaks with her stupid attitude, her smirking. Imagine her as president. She wouldn't care about your damn feelings. I gotta get mines. That's all she's gonna say. I gotta get mines. I gotta get mines and my parties. That's all she's gonna say. That's all Harris is gonna say, and smile while doing it. And you're gonna be like, what the hell does that mean? I gotta get mines. No more questions, because she's never gonna take any questions. That's the way Harris is. I noticed that she never answered the question. She'll talk around it. She'll BS around it, but she'll put out her woman card. She'll pull out her woman of colored card. She'll pull out every card. But man, Harris, she really rode herself to the top with Willie Brown, right? Like, and then now with Biden, she could become the president. Her black, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta get mine. It's fake. You're like, you grew up in suburbia. You're not from the streets. Like, these people are all fake. At least Trump keeps it real. You got to keep it real. Trump got to be like, listen, I was never poor. I was always rich. I know how to make money, and if you let me, I'll help you make money. Because you know what? I don't hate rich people. If rich people are willing to help me make money, then by all means, please help me. Trump just gotta be real like that. Oh, he's never poor. He doesn't pay taxes. Yeah, so why I don't pay? I'm rich. That's why I don't pay taxes. That's why I only pay $750. Cause I'm rich. I could afford good lawyers, and I could do this, and just tell it like it is, man. People will understand. You know something? Pimping, right? It's bad. Sometimes you just gotta be pimped. It's just Trump gotta pimp everybody out. Just be like straight up. Just be like, yo, listen, you're not gonna like my you're not gonna like my style, what I gotta say, my tweets, this and that. But you know what? You're gonna get money in your pocket. You're gonna have a job. You're gonna have a house. You know what? In 4 years, I am better off now 4 years ago than I was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I didn't have a college education. 4 years ago, I didn't have a job. Before Trump was, I did not have a job. Well, I was working, then I got laid off, and then I went to college and all that. But exactly I wasn't better off. And then Trump became president. Make yourself. I always say, make yourself great again. If you vote for Trump, you got the president that you want. Then you know what? You take advantage. You take advantage now that you got the man that you wanted, the president. So you know what? If it's unfortunately Biden becomes president next month, it's gonna suck. It really is. I don't know what to say, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen?
Don't waste your power on some things you can't control. You know what? Then you got to set yourself up to win. You got to figure out a way to win this. You got to figure out a way to get out of it. You got to figure out a way to make money, survive, get property, live somewhere where it's a red state where you can survive. That's what you got to do. You just can't be like, damn, we lost. And just protest every day like these idiots. No, you got to make yourself better, folks. You got to go out there for you, for your family. Go out there and make yourself better, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you got to do. You just can't get mad and protest. And I'm not. Biden wins. You're not gonna see me in a protest or a rally. I don't. It's not gonna. It's. I'm gonna be disappointed. But just like I was with the Yankees, Yankees lost championship. I used to cry, ladies and gentlemen, when I was younger. Like I grew up in the '90s with the Yankees winning championships all the way up to 2000. Yankees started losing championships in the World Series. Mariano gave up the home run. I started crying and it would just depress me. I'm like, because my childhood, I grew up with the Yankees. I was in college, like, damn man, fucking Yankees, man, my parade. And then they won in 2009, and then now it's been 11 years since they haven't won a championship. Same thing with the Chicago Bulls. I'm a Bulls fan. I've been waiting for a championship since '98. But then I started realizing, what the hell is sports? Who cares who wins or loses? It's not gonna pay my bills. It's just entertainment. So now we're presidents, right? Who cares who's the president? You gotta be the one that sets yourself up to win. You gotta succeed in anything, a pandemic, in a recession. You gotta come out on. You gotta figure it out how to come out on top. And I failed a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get me wrong. I've been in a lot of failures. I'm not successful by any means, not yet. I plan to be. But I have a lot of failures. I've done a lot of stupid things. But you learn and grow from it. And that's what gets you to where you want to be. So you got to set yourself a goal. Don't let politics really, really consume you and control you. You have no power over it besides voting. That's the power that we got, just to vote. And we'll see what happens. But just don't let it destroy you, consume you, or overtake you. That's all I'm trying to say. And yes, Democrats are not likable. So thank you for giving me 33 minutes of your time, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I was going to make only a 5-minute video, and I just went on for 33. But what the hell do I know? I'm just a legal Latino. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You have yourselves a good day. Just give me a like on your way out. I really appreciate it. And make yourself great again, ladies and gentlemen. Make yourself great. Even if Biden wins, just figure it out. If Trump wins, then you got 4 more years to make yourself great again. Keep keep making yourself great again. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.